How's everyone doing? You're back with Jono for another quick math lesson. Today we're going to look at how to find the perimeter of a semicircle. Notice that I didn't say the word circumference. Circumference is only for the entire distance around a whole circle. So for a semicircle, we're just going to still talk about it as perimeter, the distance around the whole shape. This is actually incredibly easy. If you know the parts of a circle, which we are going to go over, you're more than halfway to getting these ones correct. Really, it's just about kind of thinking, where would I travel if I wanted to walk around this whole thing and end up back at the start? So we know that the rounded bit is the circumference, the outside of a circle. But obviously we've only got half in this situation. We don't have a full circumference, we've just got half of it. The other bit that's important is here, the radius from the center all the way out in a straight line to the circle line. And we've actually got two radiuses here. On the other side is also the radius. Underneath that, we do need to know that the whole distance that goes through the center is called the diameter. Actually choosing between the radius and the diameter is the hardest part in working out these questions. This is where a teacher's going to try and trick you. They might give you a radius or a diameter depending on the question, and you've got to work out which one is which. So to find the perimeter, all we've got to do is really work out how far is it going to be to walk from one spot all the way around and get to the exact same spot that I started at. So if I had a look at this semicircle on the side, obviously I've got to walk around that curved side. I've got to walk around the circumference of this circle, but I've only got to do half of it because that's going to put me back there. Once I get to this position, I've got to walk back all the way through that straight line back to where I started, which is either two radii or the whole diameter. So really, the only way you've got to think about this question is, half the circumference plus the two radii or the diameter in order to get back to where I started. So if we're having a look at the formula, it's exactly that. A half multiplied by the circumference, or 2 pi r, plus either radius plus radius or plus the diameter. Whichever one's given in the question is good enough to use. I do like to throw brackets around my circumference bit just to make sure I can show the teacher I know exactly what I'm talking about, just in case I do something wrong in my calculator. The calculator will give you the correct answer if you don't put the brackets in, but it's just a good habit to get into, just to make sure you're getting all those marks that you deserve. So let's have a look at this semicircle now. The only thing that I have to work out in order to get this correct is that 15 there representing the radius or the diameter. If I can work that out, R or D, I can do the whole thing, because all I have to do now is I've got the semicircle plus 15 is the radius, so radius plus radius. Once I've got that, happy days. I know that it's a half times 2 times pi times 15, because that is the radius, plus 15 plus 15 in order to get back home. So if you throw that into your calculator, you get the answer of 77.12 centimeters, remembering to always put our units in. This is actually a really good answer because we know that the diameter or that horizontal bit was going to take us 30, and then it's a further distance to get home. So we know that the answer is going to be 30 plus a little bit more than 30. So 77 is a really good answer. For this second one here, we've got a 4 centimeters at the bottom. And again, the major question is this the radius or is this the diameter? For this one, it is the whole diameter. So the only thing we have to be careful of is when we're doing our circumference formula, 2 pi r, please don't use 4 as the radius. Remember, the radius is half of that number. So from there, I just have to do the semicircle plus the diameter. This formula for the semicircle is a half times 2 times pi times 2, not 4 because it's the radius, plus 4 at the end for that diameter. If I type that into my calculator, I get the answer of 10.28 centimeters, and that's done. Again, it's a pretty good guess because I know that the diameter is 4. It's going to take me a slightly longer distance to get home, so that 4 plus a number that's a little bit bigger is going to be around 10. So I know I've got another great answer. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll see you later.